is how I start a project using these leather bases or the wood bases to make a purse or a basket or a bag or whatever you would like. So I'm going to show you how to make like that foundation to start your project. So this is a leather base that I am using, and I have it on my Amazon storefront that I got. I'm going to use the Premier ribbon yarn for my yarn. I really like this for baskets and bags and purses. Because it's a bulkier, thicker yarn, I have to start with the 4.0 millimeter hook, and then we're going to switch to the 9 millimeter hook once we get going making our rows. But this video is just going to talk about the foundation. So first thing I do, since these come in a variety of shapes and sizes, is I put a stitch marker to mark my first hole, and then I just count how many holes, because depending on how big or small yours is, your hole count will vary. So this one has 60 holes, and then I just took the label from my yarn that I'm using and I wrote 60 on it so I wouldn't forget. And I work my way like from the bottom up, and so once I get my foundation chain done, I'm not going to add any more stitches to it. I want to make sure my count stays consistent at 60. So then I like to start with the leather base facing down. So this is like looking inside your purse, and then the little feet are on the bottom on my countertop, and that's the outside of the leather base. And then for the yarn, we're just going to do a simple slip knot. I do that by making a bow and then continue pulling on that loop that's the tail end of your working yarn and pull it all the way out, and that's a very simple slip knot. So if you pull on the working end, it'll make that loop tighter. Then you can also make your loop bigger if you need to, and then the working end, if you pull on that, it doesn't do anything. It's solid and locked into place. And I like to leave a bit of a tail on the end so we can weave that in to make it nice and secure. So now we're going to put it on our crochet hook, and I'm going to start at one end in the middle here, kind of like a center hole that I find. I just kind of eyeball it. Put your yarn on your hook, the loop on the hook, and for the first one, we're going to go underneath and hook the yarn and pull it through the hole. Now this is a little bit difficult because really this hook is too small for this yarn, but it needs to be this small so I can get it through those holes and pick up the yarn. So once I get 2 loops on the hook, we're going to pull it up, yarn over, and pull through 2, and now the yarn is secured to your base. And so this is a single crochet that we're going to do. And now we can go through the top down, yarn over, and pull up a loop. And again, you kind of have to wiggle it and work it through. Once you have that loop pulled up, you have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, and pull through 2, and there's your second single crochet. And so we're just going to continue to do these single crochets, 60 of them through each hole. Now it's a little bit easier if you hold your base like this, so the bottom is facing me. I wanted to show you the top down and the bottom version, but to see how I was pulling up these loops and making the single crochet. But this was a little bit easier for me, so do whatever feels best. This felt most comfortable to me, but I figured I would film it from both angles. So we're just going to continue to make single crochets all the way around. So now that we're back, this is the last single crochet I'm going to do. So we're going to pull up our last loop. So we have 2 loops on our hook, and now we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And this is a very thick yarn, so you might need to help it along too, because again, we're using a slightly smaller crochet hook. So now we have all 60 of them done. So now we need to join them together. And this is what I have found works best for me. But see where our first stitch was, we have this V right here. We have the loop on the hook, put the hook through that V, and then through the V on the other side. So the V in the front and the V in the back. Right here. And now we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. So now we have 2 loops on our crochet hook. And now see where our tail end is and the knot of our slip knot. We want to join all this together to make it look as seamless as possible. So now I rotate my project, and we're going to put our crochet hook, see where that knot is, right through that V stitch there. And then we go to our next loop, and I slip stitch, and then take our last loop, put it on, and slip stitch it again. And just make sure you have everything kind of tight. And now we're going to slip stitch one more time, and this was the best looking way I have come up with so far to create our foundation chain. So now our foundation chain, you could say, or our foundation is done, and now we can continue working up, making our bag or our purse. So now, since I'm using the thicker yarn, we're going to get to the actual crochet project. We're going to switch to our bigger hook size. I'm using the 9.0 millimeter. And at this point, you can chain 1 or chain 2, depending on, or 3, depending on whatever crochet stitch you want to do. I'm doing the herringbone half double crochet for the rest of my rows, and I'm working in the round. And so I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to continue making my stitches. So I will update with another video showing you how to continue to work in the round. But this was just a nice beginner how to make that foundation, and you can now go on to make your project. And you're going to work your crochets stitches into, I like to work it in the front to make a nice very sturdy bag. For this type of project, I'm going to work each of my herringbone half double crochets into the front of each of these stitches, and we're doing 60, and then we're going to work in the round. So you'll just see here, I'll start with my first herringbone stitch. So I chain 2, and now I'm doing my first herringbone half double crochet. And now that I have done that stitch, now you want to remember to mark where you did those 2 chains. So the chain 2, mark that with your stitch marker so you know where the beginning of each row is, because we're just going to continue to work in the round, at least for how the projects, how I make them. And then you don't need to chain anymore once you continue your rows. So just put your stitch marker here, and then you'll continue to work in the round until you get as many rows as you would like. I will update this project, show you how to make a full purse from start to finish, but this video was just a nice beginning, how to begin your project so you can make your own basket or purses or whatever you would like. So I appreciate you watching. Please like and follow for more. Following will hopefully, if I get to 10,000 followers plus, will help to fund my free video tutorials. Also, I have my Amazon storefront. The link is in my bio, where I have this yarn, the crochet hooks I'm using, and the base that I've used pinned there. So if you'd like to order the same ones, I just make a small commission if you use my link. Thank you so much. Happy crafting.